Hey guys, how's it going today? Welcome to a new episode of your favorite podcast. This is episode 483, and this is your host Martin. All right, guys, I hope you guys are doing great. My last couple of days have been kind of crazy. A lot of fires to put out, a lot of stuff that broke, and we have no idea why, like really highly technical stuff that almost got us in trouble with an affiliate platform who thought that we're doing something scammy, something fishy. But we have no idea what's happening, right? We're using a legitimate service to send out emails, and there's a problem with tracking and stuff. So yeah, it's just been very kind of like stressful. But anyway. This is the day-to-day of like entrepreneurs, man. This is what happens. Stuff breaks, and you just have to fix it. So I think that was actually the subject of my last podcast, actually, where you just have to adapt and find a way to get stuff done. Okay, so which we did, which is pretty cool. So for today, I want to talk to you about something. I just spoke to my girlfriend about it. So we are having a conversation, we're chatting, because right now she's not with me here. She's been stuck in Europe since, end of February. So we haven't seen each other in a while. So we were talking and just discussing a few subjects and stuff. And she was kind of like hard on herself for a kind of like a lack of like discipline and focus in some areas of like her life, or some areas of like business and stuff like this. Not everything, but some things within business where she felt like she lacked the discipline, and she basically accepted it in terms of, well, look, it's my fault. It's not the exterior circumstances, the economy, the blah, blah, blah. Well, it's me, okay? And she realized that she needed to be more disciplined in those particular areas there. So it was very interesting because, at some point, she kind of like convinced herself that she doesn't have it in her to have the discipline. And that discipline is something that you have or you don't. Okay, so it is not actually the case, and I want to basically take this opportunity today to help you guys, some of you guys who think that you don't have the discipline, or you're trying to convince yourself that you don't have it, and you'll use that as kind of like an excuse not to do anything. Dude, I don't have the discipline. What do you want me to do? Okay, so because people see everything in like a kind of like one-dimensional world, where the world is multi-dimensional, okay? And very often the problem and a side effect of, let's say, admiring someone and following someone is that you kind of forget that what they're doing is just one aspect of life, and that if you don't have what they have, like that discipline that this person has, for example, in let's say you're impressed by this business person, I don't know, like an Elon Musk or something like this, or a Mark Cuban or whatever, and you're like, oh man, I have Mark Cuban's determination, so I don't have it. I suck at it. Okay, and that's a big no-no. It's a big problem that a lot of people have. It will affect me as well sometimes. But I can snap out of it, okay? And let me explain why, if you're thinking that way, why you're wrong, and you're dead wrong, okay? So, let's say, I will give you an example. So some people think that I'm very, very driven, very disciplined, and all that kind of stuff, because they see me in my, in business. Okay, they're like, dude, man, you have it in you, and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff, right? So, from a certain perspective, I will say, yes, well, I am, And they tend to think that, oh, man, he has it, I don't, right? But let me give you an example here, right? Because, again, as I said, the world is not just one dimension. So let's say, for example, you might know this person. So you have a person in your friends or in people you know who is, I don't know, they have a diet, a specific diet, like, I don't know, they're vegan or they're vegetarian or whatever, right? Vegan, I will say. I think vegan is I think there's something more than vegan. I don't remember what it was, but let's say vegan, okay? And, as disciplined as I am, all right, I have these people in my life. Have you ever seen how thorough these people will be reading every freaking label in the supermarket? So they go buy something, they will spend 5 minutes reading the labels and blah, blah, blah. And if you ask me, dude, I don't have time for it. I don't have the motivation. I don't have the discipline to do this. Okay, I will try my best. Like, looks like there's no blah, blah. I'll take that. But I don't have that discipline to do this. Okay, does it mean that I don't have discipline at all? It doesn't, right? Because as you said before, not you specifically, but as people said before, dude, Martin is the most disciplined guy I know. Look at how he's handling his business. But yeah, so if you understand my example, I'm disciplined in this specific field, but there are fields where I suck. I suck completely. But one other field is, I don't know, like, calling, the thing like, oh, well, when you're going somewhere, you'll send a message saying where you go, and then you call people to tell them what you're doing. You're going to call the parents every day. You're going to do this. And I don't have that discipline in that field. Well, it's actually an excuse that I'm making for myself, as you will see afterwards, but I don't have it, right? Right now, if you look at me in those aspects of life, I don't have it. Whereas before, you just thought I was the most disciplined guy on the planet, okay? So, what I want to get to with this is, and exactly what I said, is we will eventually find an excuse. I just told you, man, I don't have that discipline. I cannot do this. I cannot read the labels. Well, I could, right? Look at everything I do business-wise, because I'm interested in my business, and I will do things without people pushing me and stuff, and I will do things every day. Same with basketball. When I told you that I went through like a rough patch where I had to go and train and do some drills to relearn everything. Well, I was going to play ball, and I was doing the same moves, right, over and over again, like 500 shots every single day, the same moves and everything, right? See, if this is not discipline, a lot of people can't do it because it's, they're like, man, it's boring, man. How can you do this? And before I got injured, that was boring for me. If I went to a playground or something and nobody was there, I will just leave. I'll play 5 minutes and I'll just leave. Whereas afterwards, I kind of learned that discipline basketball-wise. So I have it in basketball, I have it in business, but there are many, many areas of my life where I don't have the same discipline as you do. Okay, so just summarizing the world as you have it or you don't, it doesn't work, right? We're just finding excuses to justify the fact that, now, it's hard, I don't want to do it. These are just excuses that you are making and excuses that I am making, okay? Because I'm making the same excuses here, okay? So, what should you do, okay? Because there are definitely areas of your life where you have a lot of discipline. And the thing is, everything, regardless what the discipline or the field is, everything, it works the same, okay? If you find the way to be disciplined in one area, then you will use those same principles to do it in another area, right? Because you've already done it. It doesn't matter what it is, right? When you're building a habit, for example, it doesn't really matter what the habit is, right? The only thing is that you have to find a way to just do it every day, right? Regardless what it is. So, the people who tell me, man, you know what, I don't have it in me, I don't have the discipline. I mean, no, it's not true. I've seen you do other stuff. Like, for example, I don't know, you go surfing every day. You wake up at like 4 a.m. or something, go in the cold water and blah, blah. Every single day you do it. But And then you tell me I'm not disciplined. I'm like, dude, you think I can do this stuff? Waking up in the morning, first of all, then go grab a surfboard, go in the ocean and stuff? I can't, right? Well, I could, obviously. I'm making an excuse here, but it just, I'm just showing you that you have that discipline in something that you're passionate about, right? And just find, okay, what it is that makes you do it, and then just transpose it to something else. And that's how you'll be able to build kind of like habits, because we're not actually talking about like the discipline. I should talk about the habits, okay? Because the discipline will help you build habits, and the habits will help you reach your goal and get to success. It's the habits that actually get you there. It's not just the discipline. You can have the discipline to let me do this. Okay, I'll discipline myself to do it. But you can use discipline to do something once. Okay, you did have the discipline, but just once. So what you want to do, and what you need to understand with discipline, when people talk about discipline, you're not actually talking about discipline. You're talking about habits, right? So you need to find the formula that you used to build those habits where you excel, and then just reuse that same formula somewhere else, in business, in in life, for example, this is one of those things where, if I'm sick, all right, doctor will tell me, yeah, you take those pills, you take it 3 times a day, and blah blah. Dude, I will do it for like 2 days, then I will forget half of them, right? And you've seen there are people who are religious about these things. They will take those pills every single day at the same time. They never forget stuff, right? And especially, for example, if you're a woman, all right? If you're a woman, most women will have gone through the, like birth control pills, like the, I don't know how it's called, like, the pill, right? And I think that, to be honest, the reason why it's not given to dudes, so I don't know if it wasn't given to dudes because they would have messed it up, or dudes feel like they would have messed it up because it's not being given to them, right? But the thing is, look, I go to the pharmacy, they tell me, oh, you need to take this pill, I will do it for 2 days. So if it was my responsibility to take that pill to make sure to control the birth, dude, we will be in trouble, you know what I mean? So, just that, the fact of someone having to take that pill every single day, this is how you build a habit. So if you're able to do it there, you can do it anywhere. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to say, because this is something that will plague your life. First of all, it's going to be an excuse that you will use everywhere, and you'll never get anywhere. Right? Oh, no, well, I don't have it in me. I don't have the habit. Okay? So it will penalize you. It's not going to help you in life, okay? But also psychologically and even for your mood and stuff, telling yourself that, I don't have it in me, I suck and everything. Some people have convinced themselves that they just don't have it in them because they're, some people are special and they're idiots and stuff. It's not the case. You are very disciplined in some areas of life that you love. Let's say, for example, you love video games. When it comes to playing video games, do we need motivation? You don't, no, right? You can sit there for like 5 hours, and you're doing it, right? But when it comes to go and work on something, then you're like, oh man, I don't have it in me, I suck. But no, you do have it because you apply it to your video games. So anyway, instead of giving you more examples, I think you get what I'm trying to get to. So if you've been suffering, and when I say suffering, you feel bad about yourself and you think you suck because you look at all these business people and they seem to have it figured out, and they wake up at 3 a.m. and all that kind of stuff, and they're super focused, and you think that you'll never get there. Well, it's not true, right? It's not, right? Just find somewhere where you have more, and these people, as good as they are, there are some fields where you are far better than them. You have far more habits and discipline than they do, and you're just looking at things in just one dimension, just comparing that one thing, and you think that this is life. It's not, okay? You're more than just a career, and you're more than just like a business, okay? We have, and I don't know how many dimensions there are, how many, facets of your life, but just take them all into account, okay? And you'll feel better about yourself, okay? So anyway, that's pretty much it for today's episode. I will see you in the next episode. I'm going to upload this and I'm going to bed because I think now, what time is it? It might be 1:45 or something. I am pretty tired. No, it's actually 1 a.m. So I'm going to upload this quickly and then I am going to bed. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.